This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Yay! I'm running the show. This sucks.
What?
This sucks. This just sucks.
Why?
Because I'm
Well-
I've always been bigger than you, but according to the video, I'm way bigger than you.
Right. Well, I mean, normally, according to the video, I'm taller than you, but that's
I
because
know.
you slouch.
I do slouch, but that's because I'm bigger than you. So I feel that
You have to.
since somebody wants to sit like this all the time, I'm like, well, crap.
Well, I normally want to sit like that. What do you want?
Let me lean back. Well, it works out, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
So anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. It's Tuesday. Steven is
It is.
gone like a jerk.
Oh, wait, hold on.
No. It's fine. It's fine. It is what it is.
Did we not warn about this?
We did. Doesn't mean I have to like it.
All right.
I'm just saying. So I'm going to start tonight off. I'm reading your mail.
Wait, what?
I'm reading your mail.
My mail.
You got a letter today.
Did I get a letter?
You got a letter today.
I just got a letter.
You just got a letter. You just got a letter. And I'm going to read it to you. Okay.
All right, Blue. What's going on?
All right. You ready?
See, my name's Steve, so it
It
makes
works out.
sense.
See, I just. All right. Ready?
All right.
It's a letter right here. It come to
In
you.
your hand.
Yeah, from right here. Just in case you're right here. From the White House.
Oh,
From Washington, D.C.'s.
I didn't know I was that important.
I know. Ready?
Yeah.
Mi compatriota, en el 10 de marzo de 2021, por mí el plan de rescatar el económico, una la carrera al ver uno de los estudios es y pequeño pregonero a la viera canadico in metatelioto. I'm beginning to think this is the wrong side. Okay,
think
excuse me.
maybe you might
My
have to flip it
fellow
over.
American, in 2011 March 11th, 2021, I signed into law the American Rescue Plan, a law that will help vaccinate America and deliver immediate economic relief to hundreds of millions of Americans, including you. A key part of the American Rescue Plan is direct payments of $1,400 per person to most American households. With the $600 direct deposit from December, this brings the total relief payment up to $2,000. This fulfills the promise I made to you and will help get Americans through this crisis.
No, it didn't.
Oh, I'm not done. I am pleased to inform you that because of the American Rescue Plan, a direct payment of $8,400 was issued to you by direct deposit.
Really?
If you haven't received your payment within the next 7 days of receiving this letter, please check the status of the payment by visiting the IRS website or calling the IRS phone number listed at the bottom of this letter.
Huh.
There may be
First
other...
off, Dylan. Why are you telling people how much I make?
Because everybody's getting the same letter. It's in Spanish, for crying out loud. Everybody gets the same damn thing. Don't start with me. That's why, okay?
Sure.
And because it's important because it's from the White House. It has White House letterhead. See?
Oh, I see that. Yeah, the White House, Washington.
Fancy.
Yeah. That's
Fancy.
the worst letterhead I've seen.
I know. It's dumb. There may be other parts of the American Rescue Plan that will help you as well. For example, there's aid for small business, an expanded child tax care credit for families, resources to reopen our schools safely, and other things. The American Rescue Plan also extends unemployment insurance to help reduce your health care premiums if you plan through the Affordable Care Act. To learn more,
Sorry, what?
Yeah. If you go through the Affordable Care Act, then you are, you get all. To learn more about this law and how it works, please go to the Gov thingy.
Website.
When I took office, I promised the American people that help was on the way. The American Rescue Plan makes good on that promise. This bill was passed to provide emergency relief to millions of Americans. And I want to be sure you receive all of the benefits you are entitled to.
All the benefits, you say?
Yes, all of the benefits. Yeah.
All the benefits. Okay.
This says, I'm not, what, last paragraph.
Sure. Go ahead.
Paragraph. This has been a long, hard time for our nation, but I believe brighter days are ahead. Copying Reagan there. We're on the path to vaccinating the nation. Our economy is on the mend, and our children are back in school. I truly believe there is nothing we can't do as a nation, as long as we do it together. President Joseph R. Biden Jr. So there.
Thanks, Robinette.
Oh, yes.
You know, I can't help but start thinking about we should call him Robin.
I like that idea. Robin O'Biden.
President Robin O'Biden.
I think it works personally, but
It really does. Yeah. Because actually, if you say it fast enough, it sounds like Robinette Biden.
yeah, Robin O'Brien.
Robin O'Biden.
Robin O'Biden. Sounds like he owns an Irish pub down the street, doesn't it?
Robin O'Biden.
Robin O'Biden. Oh,
Don't you know
Jesus.
what's going on with you?
Oh,
Robin
Jesus. And Mary Joseph and the Shepherds.
Robin O'Biden.
Robin. Anyway.
Robin of Locksley.
Robin of Locksley. Na, 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 na.
That's it.
I think so. Okay. No, okay. No.
No?
What? Hold on.
What?
I had a panic attack. Sorry. It's a weird thing.
Why are you what's
No,
wrong with
because okay, so James over on the Facebook says, "Can't it hurry up and be payment? Can't it hurry up the payment to make this the 700 episode?"
No.
He insinuating that something might be going down on the 700.
On our 700s?
As if it were like a 700 club kind of thing.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know why I would think that.
I don't know either. That's kind of silly.
Just a little bit. Yeah. So how about we do the show?
Oh, well, yeah, we could definitely
We
do
got
that.
actual stories.
I've got one that I wanted that I just thought would be a great starter.
Okay. You start
Yeah.
then, since you're the away team.
Since I am away.
Uh-huh.
An Ivy League educated Democratic lawmaker in Texas claimed recently that modern science recognizes many more than just two biological sexes.
We know there was 292 allegedly.
In fact, there are six.
Six. As in
That from the
hold on,
Texas State Representative James Tallarico.
as in one more than 5,
Yes,
one less than 7,
that's right.
2 more than 4. 6.
Yeah, Tallarico, who's now a state representative of Texas, it was a former English teacher, not science, English teacher, who holds a master's degree in education policy from Harvard.
Harvard.
Oh,
Yes, lovey, we're going to Harvard to watch the game today, and then we're going to go watch the boys row. It's so wonderful there as they paddle their boats up and down the canal.
Wouldn't he love to paddle those boys? Tallarico made the stunning remark during a committee hearing on Texas House Bill 4042, a measure which aims to ban transgender athletes from competing in girls' K through 12 sports.
I'm sorry, I'm still hung up on the fact that it's 4042. The only reason why I'm giggling about that is there's a highway intersection here on the other side of Raleigh that they call 40 and 42. It's 4042, and it just that's all I'm thinking about now is the Dairy Queen over there.
All I'm thinking about is that it's exactly double our year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a little weird.
Awkward, isn't it? Before the public testimony at the hearing, Tallarico reportedly attempted to correct the bill's sponsor, Republican State Representative Cole Hefner, on the number of biological sexes assumed in the legislation's text.
Again, this is an English major.
English major.
He's not a
Not science.
Not a science. He's not biology. He doesn't.
Nope.
He's not a doctor.
Mm-mm.
At least not a medical doctor.
Nope.
He's gone to Harvard, and that's his qualifications is Harvard. Is that what we're going with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. Quote, the bill seems to think that there are two, he said. The one thing I want us to all be aware of recognizes that modern science obviously recognizes that there are many more than just two biological sexes. In fact,
they do.
there are six, which honestly, Representative Hefner surprised me too.
There's science obviously recognized. I've been around the world, literally.
Duh. Yeah. no.
Literally. I have been in the company of virtually every walk of life on this rock. And I have only known and found two biological sexes.
Yeah, maybe this will clear it up, okay?
Okay. Maybe I'm missing something.
Yeah, you're missing a little bit.
Okay.
He then reportedly went on to educate his he white-splained his fellow committee members on the quote 6 really common biological sexes, explaining that there's not only XX and XY, but there's also just a single X, which doesn't make sense.
There is
X. Apparently, there's a single X.
I thought you could hold on.
XXY, XYY, and XXXY.
Well, okay. My first question is, I didn't think you could have a single X. Like I didn't think you could have a single.
You have to have two sets.
Here's my thing. I'm confused.
Mm-hmm.
They have XX and XY. Those are the normal male and female, right?
Yep.
XX being female, XY being male. In case you fell asleep in biology. Okay.
Right.
But also single X. How come there's not a single Y?
I guess single X would be like super female.
Well, because the only reason I'm asking that is because he again goes into, well, there's XXY and XYY. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of an opposite. Yeah. Okay. And then he goes, and then there's XXXY, but there's no XYYY.
Yeah.
So I don't understand that. I'm not.
There's also no Y.
Why do fools fall in love? No, I thought that too. Like, but technically, you can go on forever. XXXXXXXY, XXYYY, XY. To my understanding, it takes two, baby. It takes two to make a dream come true. You have to have two of them. Any more than that doesn't count because they technically cancel one of the other common ones out.
Right. And if you only have a single, then it doesn't make any sense.
Yes, because you can't have a single.
There's no single X.
No.
Because if there's a single X, then there should also be availability of single Y.
Yeah. And they don't have that, and it doesn't make any sense. And again, I'm not a geneticist. I don't know all of this. I know that you have to have both the X and the Y in some combination in order to make a biological gender. Once you start adding on, there might be such a thing as an XXY or an XYY. Okay. But the thing of it is one of those X's or one of those Y's cancels the other one out. And at baseline, it's still XX or XY.
So, yeah, when we're talking about, I think with the XXY, that is a hermaphrodite.
Well, but technically that would make the XYY the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
But more male than female.
Yeah. Again, I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but you're still.
It's like
one of them.
It may have something sticking out, but it also has like partial ovaries inside. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say that one has more of the other. Doesn't mean that they're not going to come out hermaphroditic, but it does mean that one is going to be a little bit more prominent than the other.
Yes.
Either as they grow, they may, have bosoms, but they may still have a little thing. Who knows? I don't know.
Whatever. But that's not okay. So with these situations, we're not recognizing. We're not supposed to be looking at. Okay. Now the question is XXXY. What is that? The only thing I can think of with that is chimerism.
The three-headed.
No. Human chimerism is a reality.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah. So you can have literally you can either have the left side of your body or the bottom half of your body technically have a different genetic structure than the top half or the left and right half.
But that still doesn't have anything actually to do with biological sexes.
Yeah, right.
Because in order to
yes and no. So let's say the XX half is on top and the XY half is on bottom.
Yeah, it is.
Right. You get me? Okay, that's chimerism. When we're talking XXY, XYY, XXXY, and single X, which still doesn't make any sense to me. You're talking about the farthest from norm.
Yeah, I was gonna say once you start adding once those things start getting multiplied on top of each other, now you're talking about birth defects and things that come from incest.
Yeah,
genetical issues. Yeah,
just random cell splitting and dividing that doesn't normally happen.
It's not supposed to happen. Exactly. In the norm, in the realm of the norm, is there to say that there is such a thing as a single X? I don't know. Again, I'm not a geneticist. XYY, XYY, XXY, all those. Is that a possibility? Are those there? I'm not saying that there isn't, but what I am saying is, again, at baseline, there's two XX and XY.
Right. There are literally only two. Now you can have splices of them. You can add and subtract between the two or whatever else you want to say. But in essence, biologically, there are only two sexes. And apparently, but this guy had to mansplain to a bunch of people.
Well, he's trying to throw it out there to confuse other folks. They can turn around and go, oh, well, if there's actually being recognized as six, then this law can't pass because then you're not being fair to those other people.
Yeah.
That's what that is just trying to be a douche.
Pandering.
Yeah.
See, this is why you shouldn't let these morons into Texas. James Tellerico is a state representative in Texas.
Somebody didn't do
Democratic
their job.
lawmaker.
Or either that or it's from somewhere out of Austin.
Well, he's a Democrat, first off.
No.
And secondly, he's a moron.
I would have if I had been what's his name? The Hefner. If I'd have been Hefner. Mm-hmm. I'd have looked him at this guy in his face, and I'd have said, "Well, okay, show me. Bring me an X. Bring me XXY. Bring me XYY. Bring me XXXY. Bring those to me. Let me see them. Let me see the differences. Explain what the actual means, and then we can talk." Because again, I've been around the world. I've seen some stuff that humans shouldn't see, let alone be experienced to. Trust me, there's just two.
Yeah. You either have it or you don't. That's it.
There's an apple, a stem on the apple, or it's a peach. Anyway.
You either have a banana or you don't.
Yeah, or it's just appealing.
Mm-hmm.
Oblivion flickering over on the Twitters. Somebody is printing up chromosomes. Yep.
Yeah,
that's a nice way to put it. Sweatimus Prime also on DOA on Twitter at DOA Show. You guys talking science reminds me of this joke about a monkey and a coconut. Yeah, I know that one too.
Yeah,
it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Cancel producer Chris on Twitter. Apparently, he's fuming now. A hermaphrodite isn't a third gender. It's both of the only two that there are. And we completely agree. Again, one, when you boil it down to its base, it's either going to be two X's or an X and a Y. It's any of these extra stuff is just extra for that side. and that's it. And
It's not adding or changing or modifying anything.
no, yeah, you're still gonna walk around with the same appendages and the same things. You know what I mean? This is stupid. This guy needs to be slapped repeatedly.
Yeah. Pretty much there. So later in the hearing, Save Women's Sports president Beth Stelzer, who was present to testify in defense of the bill, passionately rebutted Tellerico's claims. She reportedly cited several scientific studies proving that male advantages is immutable and that there are, in fact, only two sexes. They're dimorphic, XX and XY.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Yeah. Quote, the other, quote, sexes, and she air quoted that,
Of course.
mentioned are disorders of sexual development that are variants of the XXXY chromosome. They're still disorders of male and female. So basically what we've been explaining.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
John Dougherty over on Facebook. Gentlemen, XYY equals dude looks like a lady. Oblivion Flickering on Twitter. Hermaphroditic. That's racist. I think you're supposed to say Herm African American Didic. Let's see what you did there.
Thank you. Well done.
That was good.
I'll take it. You know what? Yes. You're right.
So do the hermaphrodites. Hey-oh.
Oh.
This is oh, this is what
People
happens.
with Snarky Jack all over there on the Twitters as well. The feels don't care about your facts, boys.
Nope. Even though they don't necessarily have feels.
They don't have the feels.
When you have extra stuff like that, there's no feels. And apparently, we are some sexy bitches.
Yeah, I saw that.
Your facial expression, I need to find a way. We'll probably have it pulled up. Oh, piss. We'll probably have it up after the break. But the picture of you there, the pose they got for you, you don't look very happy. Like something is off.
Like the face is a little off.
Yeah, kind of like you're not happy with your surroundings. I don't know.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know either.
No, I'm too serious. I think that's what it is.
That's normal. You are way too serious.
That's usually my MO.
Go ahead and retweet that out. There you go. There we go. That way everybody can see. Go to Twitter at DOA Show, and you can see Steven and I in
I Dream of Jeannie.
I was going to say, well, I was going to tell everybody. I was going to leave it up for them to go find out. But now, spoiler alert.
I Dream of Jeannie.
What you can do. Actually, I was going to say these would probably be the outfits that Steven and I will be wearing at the DOA Show. Political. Don't give a crap. Yeah, we still have to come up with a good name.
Yeah, we do.
But basically, the 4th of July barbecue we're going to be doing.
Defending liberty.
Yeah, the civil disobedience, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'll have to get somebody who could come up with names better than we can to throw out some ideas. But yeah, really, that's the outfits that we'll be wearing.
Yes, I believe I can find one like that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody wants to see me actually. I wish I had at this point. Just looking at this picture, granted, yes, it has boobs, but if I had to have boobs,
the flat tummy, right?
I'd rather. Yeah, I'd love to. I'll take the boobs if I get this fat belly like that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
If it meant one or the other.
That's one of his prime on Twitter. At Stephen Airy will take it. Surprising absolutely no one.
Darn right.
Yeah. It's like no one is the least bit shocked by that.
Especially not me.
All. Well, I mean, it is you.
Yeah.
So there you go. I caught the sound too, so we're going to be back in a minute. Don't go nowhere. You know, the bad part is I turned the music down, and I swear I slid the dial back up again.
But you didn't?
I guess I didn't. And the only reason I caught it was because I realized that in trying to move, with 2 computers, 2 mice, it sucks. If I had at least 1 mouse, it'd be okay. But having the 2 mice, I was confused. And so apparently I was trying to slide up to look at something, and I moved the time out of the way. Like, it's still there, but it scrolled it up so I couldn't see. I just happened to glance down at the
time scale.
Audio hijack and said 26 minutes. I'm like, oh, snap.
I need the sounder.
There's nothing here. Something is wrong.
I think something is amiss.
So no more Texas.
Oh, my Texas.
All the hermaphrodites live in Texas. Oh, I hate. Which one did I close out?
I don't know. What'd you close out?
The wrong damn one. I'll find it.
Yeah, you will.
Don't you worry about your thing.
Don't you worry your pretty little head.
That one. Okay, so that was there. FISA. Washington. DOJ. Oh, it was that one. Now the Texas story.
This is Defenders Live.
Yay! I forgot I got to turn that down. I'm horrible at this. I really am. Dylan,
you're doing fine.
Sucks. No, I can't.
You're doing fine.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. We're back.
Yeah.
We're back. I'm running this shit show. Hold on. There we go. It's in my way. Okay. It's in my way. We're going to stay in Texas just because I figure we might as well. And we'll move strategically throughout the country here. An incident involving white students singing along to racial slurs and rap lyrics led to Texas's most successful school district to adopt a radical approach to combating racism.
Really?
Yeah. They were white students were singing along to racial slurs in rap lyrics. So stuff that everybody can buy, everybody can listen to. Apparently, not everyone's allowed to sing out loud, because it is okay for one demographic to say such wording and not anybody else.
Oh.
The Carroll Independent School District of South Lake, a Dallas suburb, is the, quote, top achieving school district in Texas, end quote, according to the Federalist's Joy Pullman. Quote, it has no racial achievement gaps, which is nearly unheard of. That's because South Lake attracts high-achieving families of all races. There's other reasons too, but I'm not going into them. The local median income is more than 4 times the national average, and poverty there is statistically non-existent. That's where it is.
Oh.
All the rich people live there.
It's all the rich peoples.
Mm-hmm. According to a district data, microaggressions, bullying, and racially charged incidents happen approximately 3 times per month in the district of 8,500 students, meaning they involve 0.3% of students a year.
Huh.
So literally no issues. Almost perfect harmony.
Sounds great.
Right? But because of videos showing students singing along to rap lyrics and media attention they received, the district overreached and instituted programs meant to combat, quote, institutional racism, end quote. But that, in reality, shame white students for the color of their skin.
No.
The district adopted a, quote, cultural competence plan, Pullman reported. After the video went viral and, quote, sometimes crying taxpayers, parents, and students spent hours insisting their lives have been forever damaged by the kind of institutional racism in South Lake illustrated by the rap sing-alongs, end quote.
So are you saying that a bunch of kids listen to some rap music?
This is so stupid.
And after they listened to the rap music, they also sang some rap music.
Yes. And sang along to the lyrics verbatim.
Okay, and when they sang along to the lyrics, they
said some no words. Again, that being white, you're not allowed to say.
No words, you mean?
Yeah.
Like the very bad things.
Yeah.
Like the one word.
Mm-hmm. Usually that's probably
like
it.
the word that shall not be named.
You can't even throw out the first letter anymore, because even saying that constitutes racism.
Yeah, it does nowadays.
This is bugging me.
Yeah.
Well, no, it does, because I'm gonna, like, for all the talk of it's racism this and Nazis that and blah 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 blah. Again, I'm listening to the audiobook of Bonhoeffer's autobiography.
Yes.
And the way that it was described and everything else of the way that Hitler and actual National Socialism came about and was doing its thing and blah, 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 was along these very same lines. There was words you couldn't say.
Yeah.
You couldn't talk about things. You weren't allowed to. And it got to a point to where it stuck out to me. I had to rewind it to hear it again because I actually couldn't quite believe it, because it feels like today they obviously had gotten to a point in the German culture of removing everything Jewish from their life. Okay? Songs and books and all of that jazz. Even to the point where even in the church, they would turn around and change words around to fit something that was not Jewish.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this song, and I can't think of what it is, the name of it off the top of my head, but it had something to do with Jerusalem. And then they would play this song when every German soldier died at their funeral. Okay. It got to a point where they were playing just the melody, no lyrics, just the melody. And it was complained about that you couldn't play that song because it wasn't right. Because how dare you? Even the melody invoked a reference to the Jerusalem. And again, I understand it's a bit different, but the concept is still the same.
Okay.
It's just, we're at a point where we can't, there are certain people and certain things that it's okay for them to do, and for everybody else, it's not.
It's just not okay.
And this picking and choosing of what we can say, what we can't say. In the land, it's supposed to be free.
Right.
When the First Amendment is supposed to be free speech. It's
supposedly.
Allegedly.
Or maybe.
Yeah. The complaints centered around teasing and graffiti, with those complaining demanding the school district treat the minor annoyances as if they were full-blown crimes. The rush to assume guilt was perpetuated by public figures, according to Pullman's report. Quote, retired Dallas Cowboy player Russell Maryland and Robin Cornish. Russell Maryland.
Russell Maryland.
And Corbin Cornish, or Robin Cornish. Like the Cornish hen, but it's Robin instead of a hen.
Huh.
The widow of another cowboy, all who both have kids in the district, used national media appearances to pressure the town to enact, quote, Cultural Competence Act or Action Plan, or CCAP. A long-form article from the NBC News in January that quotes Cornish accuses the town of harboring racists. Cornish told the Fort Worth Star-Telegram that in February 2019, the school district was, quote, sweeping this under the carpet and that they are complicit. Unfortunately, this is the way our country is right now. South Lake is a microcosm of that. We have someone running the country right now who says it's okay to be racist, end quote. This is from the mom of the, or the wife.
Okay.
Yeah, the mom. The widow. I'm sorry.
mom.
The widow of the cowboy, which, that's what you want to hear from is somebody who never actually played football, using the fame of her now dead husband to
telegraph what she wants.
Exactly.
So you're saying that South Lake, which is just an area of very, very rich people.
Yeah, we've been to South Lake.
Yeah. Okay. But South Lake is just a microcosm of racism?
Yes. Yes, it is. Even though that the school and everything else in that area is virtually a utopia of different cultures of people living together. There's no...
there's literally everybody there.
Everybody's there. Yeah. I mean, granted, they're all
there.
filthy, stinking rich, but
Yeah.
they all live there. There's different demographics, different cultures, different everything. They're all there.
Yeah.
And everyone living in harmony.
Huh.
Yeah. Quote, the idea that America is fundamentally flawed because some people have a racist problem in their minds. That's a recipe to keep you in poverty and unhappiness for the rest of your life, said Juan Salvador.
That doesn't sound like a very English white American name.
A father of a South Lake student, to explain his opposition to the restructuring of South Lake schools around the, quote, systemic racism. Quote, my parents always told me it doesn't matter whether people like you, it matters whether the law protects you, and it does, end quote.
That's kind of nice.
That's really good.
That's really nice.
Parents haven't been happy about the school's training, with local parents organizing into a group to oppose CCAP. As Pullman reported, the CCAP teaches that anyone who dares to see everyone equally regardless of race is instigating, quote, cultural blindness, end quote, which is bad in their view.
Wait, sorry. The CCA teaches that anyone who dares to see everyone equally is culturally blind.
Yes.
Then I am definitely culturally blind.
Yeah, because it's weird how
because that's not my culture.
Yeah, I like to treat people how they treat me.
Is it like politically incorrect? Is that what that is?
I guess.
Culturally blind? Is that also politically incorrect?
I don't know. I guess.
Because that's all it can be. That's all I can tell from this is like, oh yeah, culturally blind. That means you're politically incorrect. You don't believe what we believe.
Yeah, it's because remember that was the problem with the '90s kids. Those of us from that generation, we were the first generation probably in history that actually went for a stretch there where there was no problems. Everybody got along with everybody. Yeah, we didn't care.
That wasn't our thing. It didn't matter what your skin color was. It still doesn't matter what your skin color is.
You're right. But the problem is they can't have that. We have to stay bickering. We have to stay afraid of everything, and we have to stay fighting with each other about everything.
So now you're trying to push it into schools by forcing the richest communities in the world to push this racism.
Yeah, well, forget even the fact that it's a rich school. Forget that it's even a rich area. Forget all of that. The fact of the matter is there are people, different demographics of people living in this one spot and living together peacefully.
Yeah.
Getting along. Hardly any racism, hardly any issues at all.
No real problems.
No. It just you're trying to fix something that ain't broke. Is what they're trying to do.
Well, they're trying to break something that's already been fixed.
Or that too. Or break something that's not broken, right? Yeah, however you all of it works.
No, it was broken at one point.
And
it was broken at one point. We fixed it.
And now it's
our generation fixed it, and now they're trying to re-break it.
Yeah. Quote, white privilege is being able to navigate daily life in American culture without having to think about race. Did you get that?
I'm sorry, what?
White privilege is being able to navigate daily life in the American culture without having to think about race.
Well, sorry, but I I have to think about that all day long.
Only because it's shoved in my face.
Well, no, I have to think about it all day long, don't I?
Why?
Because I can't offend people that I work with.
Oh, you actually care about that?
Huh?
You actually care about that? I don't. I really don't.
I just want to make sure that I still have a job tomorrow.
Oh, I don't care.
I have to think about these things. I have to be at work. I have to be semi-politically correct.
No, I don't.
Be.
I'm not. I will never. I will never be. I never have, and I never will. I will be respectful. I will be polite, but that's because that's who I am, how I was raised. I will never, ever say something or do something to be just because it's politically correct and I may get fired for it. I don't play that game. I can't. Because to me, I'm sure you do.
You know,
yeah. And I know there's
because of the position that I'm in.
Yes, exactly. Your position is a tangent from mine. But even mine, I'm like, I don't care. I don't care if I was in our boss's position. Now, again, I'm not going to overtly attack somebody. I'm not going to say something that I shouldn't say. I'm not going to be a douche. But at the exact same time, I'm not going to sit here and apologize either. I'm not going to.
Well, no, I'm not going to apologize.
Well, yeah, what I mean by apologizing, I'm not going to be politically correct. I'm not going to change something up just because I'm afraid somebody's going to go whine and cry about it.
Right.
I don't care.
And that's good.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be.
It should be.
Should be.
Should be. I love that. Anyway, that little statement, the white privilege is being able to navigate daily life and American culture without having to think about race. I thought you'd love that the third time around. Was a slide shown in 2019 at a retreat to Carroll administrators. Another slide asked administrators, quote, "What does it mean for you to be white?" End quote. And urged them to, quote, "Take a moment to talk with your neighbor about whiteness."
So, asking for a friend Jack Hole brings up a really good point. Solid point.
Okay.
Aren't the people who constantly think about race typically the racists?
No.
What are you talking about?
No, because they're constantly on alert.
Right.
That's what it is. They're alert
to racism.
Yes.
Because they see racism everywhere.
Yes, because they're what they're doing, and just to put this into a better perspective, and this is not what he meant by this at all. But again, going back to Bonhoeffer was, to oh crap, it just escaped me. Basically it's how'd it go? Daggone it! It's right in front of my face. To speak. Dun, dun, dun,
to speak is not to speak. Not to speak is to speak.
Yeah, that's how I think. I couldn't remember how to start off. Not to speak is to speak. Not to act is to act. God will not hold you blameless. That's the angle they're trying to come with. Just because of the fact that, you're sitting here as a human being, if you're culturally blind because you don't see race, then the problem is you're just as bad as the people who are actually being racist because you were therefore ignoring what is going on in front of you. And they try to that's where they, nowadays they attribute everything to the whole Nazi movement and stuff, because then you can point it back to the Germans who literally were living, 100 yards from
100 yards from a camp,
and the smoke rising and everything else, and living their life and had no clue. Or ignored it. That's where they found that little angle, and they keep digging at that.
Yeah, except for that's not what we actually believe with the angle. We can see some people are racist. We can look at it and we can point it out. We are instead saying that we will not be a part of it.
Exactly. We're
not going to be a part of it. It's not going to be something that we base our ideas and thresholds off of. It's not a starting point for us. And that's the big difference, where when we say things like, we don't look at you as a matter of color. Mm-hmm. It's not, or we're colorblind to the situation. Obviously, we can see your skin color.
Yeah. I mean, that's
we can all see it. So that's fine. But what we're saying is that it means absolutely nothing in the situation that we're working with.
Yeah.
And that's where people they're getting it twisted. When we came out as as a society in our generation, the generation right before ours and our generation, came out and said, look, we're not going to care what your skin color is.
Yeah.
We don't care. It doesn't matter. When we said that, we meant it as just that.
Yeah.
There are things that matter more than your skin color. Skin color matters zero.
Yeah,
it is zero.
Not for
It
nothing.
is zero on the mark.
That's what Martin Luther King Jr. said. You judge people by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. That was the whole goal. That was the goal.
Right.
And now it's
your skin color on a scale of 1 to 10 of worth, variance, the color of your skin
isn't even
and
on
your
the chart.
worthiness, it's a 0 on a scale of 1 to 10. A 0.
Yeah, it's not even on the list.
It's not on the list. There's nothing there.
Yep.
It's useless.
One other fun thing on here that it's interesting, and we're gonna play a game. I'm gonna, instead of just reading it as they have it, I'm gonna just ask this. One of the other slides said, and I would like you to do so now. Name some characteristics of white culture.
Mayonnaise.
No, I didn't say name white things like the color white. Name characteristics of white culture. It doesn't make sense. That statement makes
Really
no sense to
crappy
me.
potato salad.
So here, okay. As I was going to say, can't dance, can't jump. Okay.
Putting raisins in things where it doesn't
belong. Oh dear God, I know. No, okay. So that's my point. So right there, what you're naming is stereotypes. So again, it's okay for stereotyping white people, but you can't stereotype anybody else.
Right.
This is stupid. So stupid. During these discussions, Pullman reported that, quote, administrators were also told that being white was a bad thing. Quote, it includes white fragility.
You can't change your skin color.
A state in which even a minimal amount of racial stress becomes intolerable, triggering a range of defensive moves: anger, fear, guilt, silence, etc., etc., etc. Ironically,
is that like an automatic trigger to where like we can't control it? It's just like
I guess. I don't know. Ironically, this is continuing the quote. The presentation also warns against stereotyping.
Wait.
It says happens when you generalize about a person while ignoring the presence of individual differences. So
exactly what they did in the slide before. Don't do that.
Yeah, name some characteristics of white culture. Oh, by the way,
don't
generalize people while ignoring the presence of individual differences. One of the parents, again, Mr. Juan Saldivar, told Pullman that he didn't want his kids taught this because it was poison. Quote,
very good.
I did everything I could to get my child into Carroll, and it's number one in Texas. And I say I do not want my child growing up with this stuff being injected into her brain because it's poison. It's the seeds of destruction that ruins one's ability to grow up happy and be a leader in society, end quote.
Unless you want to be a leader of racism.
Yeah, if you want
racial theory.
You want to take a job in, I don't know, politics, maybe for the left.
Oh yeah, oh man,
it would be fantastic.
Great, right? Yeah,
I think it would work
awesome
out.
In politics,
but it won't work for the normal stuff. I'm just saying.
No,
Twould be bad.
It would be very bad.
Yes.
Very, very bad.
All right. Moving right along.
Wait a second. We've only got like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What are we moving on to?
Another story. I mean, we got
Oblivion. We only got like 5 minutes.
Oblivion Flickering over in Twitter says if fighting racism is your profession, you want to keep it going. You don't want it to end any more than a pharmaceutical companies wants to see a cancer cured.
That's right.
Yes. Because there's money in it.
There's always money in it.
Which again goes back to why the government keeps trying to make us fight amongst ourselves. Because as long as we're fighting, as long as there are people who are downtrodden, as long as they can keep everything else going on, they can do as they will, and it doesn't matter.
Apparently, the pictures, the photos of us,
Are a hit.
and also it was a breach of security from Room 13.
Uh-oh. Oh, I see it now. An update. Room 13 tweeted out as an update. Head of Global Security has gone over the 8mm security footage and identified 2 perpetrators in the security breach of the studio. One at NolaFan01 and a person not yet identified. We will post these pictures. We will post their pictures in customary fashion as soon as the other is identified.
See,
Wow, so there was a breach.
a security breach.
Mrs. Eric Gilhole appears to be in
A little bit of hot water with
little
the Room
bit.
13s.
I'm just saying.
I didn't know she was that close to their studio.
She's smart.
She is.
Like the fact
she's
that
a
she
doctor.
well, that doesn't mean anything. It's just you're just assuming because she's a doctor, she's smart. No, she's just smart.
I'm assuming because that guy is an English teacher that he knows science.
Exactly. That's not how that works. It's not how one does not have to do with the other. I'm just saying.
Mm-mm.
No,
He went to Harvard, so it had to be right.
Harvard, my ass. He went to Brown.
That's like the greatest insult you could give to a Harvard guy.
I know. He didn't go to Harvard. He went. No, I thought it was Yale and Brown. Yale?
Well, Harvard, Yale, Brown, whatever. It's all the same. They
No.
all have to go all-
No. He went to Cornell.
He went to Phoenix of Arizona online.
CPI.
CPI. That's the best.
I'm in internet security. 13 months. I have my
CPI.
certificate.
I've got all my thirds.
ECPI got me on the track to the career of my dreams. Little does he know that what they meant by cybernetic security was he actually sits behind a desk as a security guard somewhere.
Clicking in whether or not somebody came in the door or not.
Yeah, he's working for Securitas or something like that.
The only cyber that he gets is when he's actually watching videos.
Yeah, he's watching Netflix live when he should be working. That's it. So it was Prime over on Twitter at DOA Show. There's a joke about at Stephen Airy acting like 5 minutes isn't a long time too.
I've got 4 kids. I mean,
That has nothing to do with the amount of time.
sometimes it does.
No, it doesn't.
It does.
Time has nothing to do with biology. I promise you.
Time is on my side.
No, it is not. It's not how it works. It's not how it works at all. James over on the Facebook. Dylan is back to season 3 of some outdated Netflix and chill series Ron just recommended that has a bad ending. So apparently it's my wonderful navigational skills.
Sounds good.
It is. It's fan-damn-tastic.
I think it'll be awesome.
Not really awesome. Awesome's a strong word.
It is a strong word.
I don't know. I don't know, but it's sad that to see that happening to Texas and to South Lake. I like South Lake. I mean, again, it's
like
way
Texas,
too
but,
fancy for me, but
There's still a lot of places in Texas that I'd love to be in, but apparently South Lake,
well, what's scary
I don't have
to
the
me.
money for it.
So we keep, well, I'll never have the money for that, but we keep talking about eventually one day going and blah, 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 blah. And I'm worried that by the time we get out there, get ready to go out there, it's no longer going to be,
dead.
yeah, it's no longer going to be the bastion of freedom, that we've longed for and looked for.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, what I do know is the best coffee to have in the world is AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Check out all the amazing flavors and things over there. Coffee and tea and chocolate drops. Something for everyone over at AmericanPrideRoasters.com. You go to Mojo50.com. Lots of other hosts and shows, far better than I am, far better than we are over there. Mojo50.com. Listen to him also on the iHeartRadio app under the Mojo50 Radio banner. Go to our website, doaeshow.com. You go to the shop, you can look at the archives, you can become a defender with us. All kinds of great things over there. Check it out, doaeshow.com. That's doaeshow.com. Follow us on all the social medias at doaeshow. We're on Twitters. We're live tweeting everything out now. Read your stuff a little bit later on. There's a whole nother hour going. Steven is out of town, but I'm doing the best I can. Don't go anywhere. Another hour to go. We'll be right back.
You okay there, buddy?
Yeah. Which one to switch it back? Command what?
3.
I keep hitting it and it's not doing anything.
Yeah, you got to hit transfer afterwards.
I did.
Command 3 and then transition.
I did. Now how do I change the screen back to what it was before?
Command 3.
I did that.
And then transition.
It's not working.
What do you mean it's not working?
Command 3 is not doing anything.
It won't do anything until you hit the transition button for the second time.
Okay. Let's clearly you're missing this. Okay. Currently, everyone on video can see us.
Yeah,
right
so
now.
you hit command 3 and then transition.
I know that part. I'm hitting command 3. It's not changing.
Okay, scroll up in the scenes on the second line. Scroll up in the scenes.
Okay.
Okay.
Where?
All the way to the very top. It should be like 3rd or 4th.
Okay.
I don't know what I called it.
I don't know.
But hit command 3 and see if it pops.
Command 3. Nope.
Yeah, I mean, it'll change from visible to invisible on the scene.
Oh, there it is.
If it's visible, hit transition button. Now, do you understand?
I hate you.
Okay.
It's not supposed to do that.
That's how this works.
No, but it didn't
It's
even...
because it's a video, not a still image.
I got that, but it still should have showed something in the preview side. It didn't
because
do
it's because it's a video, not a still image. No, it doesn't.
That's dumb.
I know, but that's why I was telling you to hit it at once and then hit the transition button.
Okay, and I would if there was a picture there.
Just listen to me next time. See,
I
now,
did, and I'm like,
hit it again. Like, hit it again. Hit command 3 now without the transition.
I don't want to.
Now transitions back
I see
in the
it,
preview.
I see it now.
I see it.
I see it now. I thought that's what it was. I did, and I hit it, and nothing changed in the preview. And I'm like,
Now, you had it right. You had it right. You just didn't follow through.
Didn't do it right.
It's okay. I don't have any coffee right now at all. None.
You didn't bring anything with you?
Well, no, I got up to the hotel like really, really late. So I got back into the show and it was late. I was like,
Oh, these are some good ones.
Oh, yeah. You like them? I like the stories.
I was talking about Twitter right now.
Oh, yeah. The Twitter's good.
Best part of Twitter or being, video is everyone still hears what's going on. So.
Let's see here. Oh, what should I have for dinner after we get off?
Sheets.
No. No, I'm tired of sheets.
You can never be tired of sheets. There's too much variety.
I can be tired of sheets.
Ah, well.
Too much variety, but it all has similar flavors.
No, it does not. Deep fried.
Deep fried is a flavor, by the way.
This is the collision of common sense and comedy. This is Defenders Live.
Hour two of me running the board.
Yay!
I'm doing fantastic. I'm talking into a mute. That's great. Doing so well.
So well. You're doing great, buddy.
No, shut up. The Knights Who Say Knee over on Twitter. I think it's Command 3, then transition. The joy of being having everything on video. Everyone hears everything.
I love you guys so much. It's awesome.
The Knights Who Say Knee also went on to say he went to Cornell. That's the highest rank in the military. You know, he's a Cornell.
Mm-hmm. It's a bad joke.
It's not. It sounds like a great intro to like an Abbott and Costello kind of skit.
Yeah, I can see that. Speaking of intros to Abbott and Costello, Pfizer CEO and chairman Albert Bourla.
I'm sorry, Albert Bourla? Bourla. I don't know.
Bourla. Bourla.
I like Bourla better. I was going to say.
But there's no W there, and so.
Yeah, but OU does make an owl sometimes.
Sometimes.
Most of the time.
I'm going with Bourla.
Okay.
I'm going with Bourla. I know it doesn't sound as funny.
It might be one of those. He enunciates it as Bourla, just because it sounds better. Like
easier to manage.
Hello, my name is Pissant instead of Pissant. It's same concept.
It sounds better.
It does sound better.
French.
It's French.
It's French. Anyway, the CEO and chairman, Albert Bourla of Pfizer, says that the biopharmaceutical company behind the COVID-19 vaccine could publicly release an antiviral drug designed to treat the coronavirus by the end of 2021.
What? Pfizer CEO.
Yeah.
Didn't Pfizer come out with one? Didn't they have a quote-unquote vaccine?
Oh, this isn't a vaccine, though.
But what's the difference between vaccine and antiviral drug?
Vaccine you take beforehand.
And what, the antiviral drug you take, what?
As treatment.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Of course they would. Well, how do you... Hold on. How can you... Son of a bitch. How do you treat... God bless it. It's the little things that just make my head pop. How do you treat something that you don't... You don't have it. There's no... You don't. It's the common cold. You don't have it. You don't have a dead version of it. There's no way you can do testing on this. How in the hell can you come up with a treatment drug for something that you don't have? Son of a bitch. God almighty.
Bourla on Monday told CNBC's Squawk Box that the drug called PF07321332 is an antiviral
Hold on, that sounds
drug.
that sounds like a store number to a PF Chang's.
PF07321332.
Either that or a prison number.
Right.
I'm just saying. It's a prison number.
Facility.
Exactly.
He's a prison faculty. He's a janitor.
Yes.
Get it? Because he cleans it up.
I got it. There you go. Yeah,
thank you. It's an antiviral drug intended for oral ingestion.
Yeah, it is.
In, the COVID-19 positive patients when the illness is first detected.
I love how they emphasize it's an oral ingestion.
Oral.
Just stick it up your ass. It's so much better.
The treatment is anticipated to be effective against varying strains of the deadly virus. Borla said that the company is zeroing in on the oral option as it provides several advantages and can be taken in the comfort of a patient's home. The option, he added, would be a game changer.
I'm going to go back a second. This is very painful. The treatment is anticipated to be effective against varying strains of the deadly virus. Allegedly, they were only aware of the one, right?
Yeah.
And then, hold on. Well, they were aware of the one, COVID-19, the one. That was it. And then there's
the variant.
Again, allegedly, there's another variant out there somewhere.
There's like 5 of them now. There's like the European strain and the Western strain and whatever strain.
That's what I'm saying. But there's so many different ones that are just suddenly popping out. Suddenly popping out. They have no idea, supposedly, about any of these things. They don't know anything about them. They don't know where they come from. They don't know how to treat them. They don't know. All of this is new.
Yeah, well, the thing is, okay, so just so you know, all right, the thing is, it's very scientific. Okay? Okay. The understanding of this is very scientific. It's very much like dinosaurs.
What? Dinosaurs.
You got to stick with me here.
Oh, God. I'm afraid to now.
You know how there's like 7,000 different variants of raptor?
No, I don't.
Well, there is.
Okay.
In dinosaurs, there's like 7,000. I'm over exaggerating. There's 7,000 variants of raptors.
Sure.
I mean the extinct ones, not the ones that are birds that they call raptors nowadays. So the kids get a misunderstanding that dinosaurs didn't go extinct. They evolved and grew feathers out of scales, which is really stupid because the keratin it doesn't work. Anyway.
Calm down.
Sorry.
Bill. Calm down, Bill Nye. See, I'm not the only one about to pop here.
Yeah. No, but it's dinosaurs, okay? So COVID-19 is a variant on a sort of raptor, okay? So it's like a raptor, but it's not quite the same as the other raptors, okay? But it looks the exact same as all the other raptors, but it was found in a different area by a different person. So because it was found in a different area by a different person, they gave it a different name. And so you have 7,000 variants of raptor.
Okay.
And it's really the same thing.
Okay. I think I'm with you so far.
You good here?
I think I'm with you so far.
All right.
Okay.
Borla said that the company is zeroing in on the oral option as it provides several advantages and game changes, blah, 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 blah. The compound that we're talking about, and you said very well, the number, it is a protease inhibitor.
Okay.
The good thing is that this is also the first molecule that is coming from this type of class. This is a good thing because you can combine it with other classes. Also, there's mechanisms of action. It's such that it's not expected to be subject to mutation, particularly because it's not acting on the spike. As well, we know all the mutations that we are hearing right now are we're hearing right now, and we're seeing is that this is in this protein of the spike.
That made no sense whatsoever. The only thing I heard was it was a protease inhibitor. And I'm sorry, but anytime you put an inhibitor into your body, it's probably bad.
Right.
Call me crazy.
Maybe not.
Toby McAvoy over on, it's not McAvoy, it's McAvoy. I keep wanting to say it wrong.
I know. It's Toby McAvoy.
I know, but it's the E keeps throwing me off. Anyway, Pfizer product isn't an oral medication to be delivered through the ear. Got it.
Yep.
And he did that on purpose because he knows how I talk I love you, man. I love you, man.
He must be very glad that you're the one that.
I know. That's exactly what it was. He's like, Dylan's going to read
He's
it.
going to read it. Yes.
Sweatimus Prime also on Twitter. At Stephen Airy sounds suspiciously condescending. It's like he wants to give at Dylan Lyles hope while sneakily calling him an idiot. I, for one, think the show looks like the exact same train wreck that it is when Stephen isn't in an undisclosed location.
Correct, which is why I'm perfectly happy with it.
Yes.
That's right.
Oh, wow. Knights Who Say
What?
Knee, you've heard of mansplaining, but at Stephen Airy has perfected wife-splaining. Oh, my.
Oh, no.
Good Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Again, this whole thing with this, how do you come up with any kind of a medication, a treatment thing, or anything for something that you supposedly know nothing about, that is supposedly brand new, that supposedly has these weird mutations and everything else, and it's literally, it's like the flu, but it's not the flu.
But it's like the flu.
But it's like the flu, but it's not the flu.
But it's like the common cold.
But it's not the common cold. This is completely different. It's the same, but it's different.
Right.
Completely.
Pfizer announced, this is from Forbes, by the way, Pfizer announced late last month that they had begun phase 1 clinical trials of the drug called PF 073213332. The effectiveness is due to the protease inhibitor of the drug that binds to the viral enzymes, preventing viruses from replicating in that cell. Tackling the COVID-19 virus requires both prevention via vaccine and targeted treatment for those who contracted the virus originally. Given the ways that the SARS-CoV-2 is mutating on the continued global impact of the COVID-19, it appears likely that it will be critical to have access to therapeutic options both now and beyond the pandemic.
It's not a pandemic. It never was a pandemic. Dear Lord in heaven, help me calm down. This is insanity.
Yeah. According to Pfizer, protease inhibitors have proven effective in combating viral pathogens such as HIV and Hep C.
Yeah, because it's done so well. It's gotten rid of the HIV, right?
Yeah, obviously there's no more AIDS.
Yeah. There's no more AIDS.
AIDS is gone and nobody has herpes.
Good for them. Good for them. I love how this is all set up. It's so deadly. It's so... No, it isn't. I'm sorry, but a virus that has a 97% recovery rate
and a 99.01 death, 99.01 living life rate.
Yeah. You really cannot get any better than that. And to sit here and inject your body with chemicals, to be perfectly honest with you, that they don't know anything about. Okay? It's not fixing what they say it is. It's not. It might be. It could.
Maybe one day.
You know what, though? I guarantee you that there isn't a single dead person that can contract COVID. And if you die, as a lot of people have been dying or getting severely sick from the quote-unquote vaccines...
Yeah.
That, again, doesn't even target, at least the flu shot, the flu vaccine is actually a vaccine. It's
sort of. I mean, yeah.
Well, but I mean, it's actually, by definition, it's a vaccine. This crap that they're handing out,
a specific strain of the virus.
Yes. And it may not be the right one that's currently going around and blah, 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 blah. But at least it's there. It at least serves some purpose. And for some people, it actually works. Okay, cool. But this thing, this COVID-19 crap, this doesn't. And not only are they turning around and trying to get the entire world to get this stuff done, but especially here in the United States, now they're going to try and turn around and come up with, we also have this medication we can come out that will treat you while you have it. again, how can you treat something that you supposedly know nothing about?
Right. If you don't have the research, I understand that they're researching it now as we speak, and yada yada yada, because they're using us as guinea pigs.
Yeah, most vaccines take 3 to 5 years to come off the line. Effective. At minimum.
Effective. And generally, when we say effective, we mean like 70%.
Yes. They don't know
and with
jack
minimal,
about this.
with minimal side effects.
5 months they did this. 5.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone's just clamoring to it. You know what I'm tired of seeing is on
What's that?
On Facebook. Have you noticed it? I don't know. You don't hang out the Facebook very often.
I don't look at the Facebooks at all.
Occasionally I flip through just to see what family's going on and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And they have a section now. You know how usually I was gonna say, you know how usually they'll have the people you may know section that you can swipe through and blah blah blah. They added a new section now. It's celebrities and COVID, showing it's all these posts and all these things of all these celebrities all over the world who are just cheering on getting the vaccine. Look at me, I'm doing it, and da 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 da. And you're trying to use these people. The whole thing is propaganda. They're forcing you to do this. They're trying to scare you into doing this. One of them I saw today is like, all the things you can do after you get vaccinated. You can go to concerts. You can go hang out with people.
I can go do that right now.
Go see my parents. You know what one of them said that literally made me insane? You could go on road trips.
Hi. I'm in an undisclosed location.
I was in Georgia last month. Or no, the beginning of the month.
Yes, you were.
I'm planning on going back sometime next month.
Right.
Like, you're kidding me. They went through this litany of different things, and she's like, I got to do this, and I get to do that, and I get to travel, and blah, 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 blah.
You know what's better than all of that?
What?
Sweatimus Prime over on the Twitters. At Stephen Airy right now. Raptors.
Castle producer Chris over there, from Paganini to It Might Could at Dylan Lyles is an enigma. I'd be a lot better. I'm telling you, I could scare the snot out of some of y'all if I turn around. If I actually could get the ADHD under control properly. Oh yeah. Oh gosh. I'd scare the hell out of a lot of people.
Probably so. Also, the Toby McAvoy's on the Twitters at DOA Show. Perhaps Pfizer is hoping we won't notice that they've repackaged Tamiflu or the PrEP.
It's just a Z-Pack. They're gonna hand it to you. Here, enjoy.
Here, take this. Call me in the morning.
It's got a little bit of orange flavoring to it. Don't sniff it.
What?
It gets in your system faster.
Crush it and then stick it up your butt.
It works better. I'm telling you.
It's faster that way.
It absorbs wonderfully. Yeah, see, Kamikaze Dodo Slug is, I'm not putting inhibitors in my body. That's the thing. Anytime you put an inhibitor in your body, 9 times out of 10, it's a bad thing.
And it's going to inhibit something that it doesn't mean to inhibit.
Yes, which your body was not meant to inhibit. Now, does that mean that certain people are not born in situations that have a medical situation? Well, like, is diabetes is one of them?
Yeah. That's not an inhibitor, though.
Well, no. I was going to say, isn't one of the groups of diabetes where he puts out too much insulin?
No, it's not really diabetes. That's just hyperglycemic.
Hyperglycemic. Okay, never mind. But still, like something like that, we would require you to have. You know, you could do an inhibitor there, and that's fine.
Take something, or you'd have to be very, very careful with your diet.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like that is the only time an inhibitor would work. Okay, would be a good thing because your body, just for whatever reason, is producing too much and it's not supposed to.
Like, take for instance, if we could find an inhibitor that would stop cancer, that would be great. That would be useful. Inhibitor that would stop the growth of cancer, because cancer is literally just your body growing cells at an exponential rate for no reason.
Yep. See, that would be a good inhibitor, but that's about it. They don't make any other good inhibitors. Asking for a friend, Jack Hole at DOA Show, at Dylan Lyles, and at Stephen Airy. Make sure y'all follow us on all of those over on the Twitters. Did someone say herpes?
Does he have like a something go?
Yeah, there's a YouTube link. And
Okay.
I'm afraid to click it.
Don't do it. Don't click it. It's probably like Avenue Q or something.
I don't know, but in the URL there is a Q in it, so it could just be anything. But then again, it might not be. Also
Yes.
asking for a friend, Jackal. I went to the Lake of the Ozarks for the 4th of July last year. I'm going again this year. I went to a
There you go.
Oh, you're not coming out here for our 4th of July?
Nah, you bum.
Boo.
Yes.
I went to a Christian retreat last month, going to another next week. I'm also driving to Florida later this year.
I raised a barn on Monday. Sooner rather than other.
Got to do 5 of them before it gets cold. Winter sets in is be bad.
Oh, this that's the best part about this. We know for a fact that these guys have been telling us forever that they don't know what it is. They don't know how to work it. They don't even really know if it's they're like, yeah, we have a good idea, but we don't really know.
That's a good
This
way
might
of
work.
putting it.
This
Yeah.
might work. This
You're
might
right.
work.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Oblivion Flickering over Twitter makes a kind of a good little point. No, almost on the line of the of what would be a little bit of a tinfoil conspiracy there, but I almost, not quite. It makes perfect sense. Relatively untested drugs, they want to give billions of people for a decrease funded by Bill Gates, Mr. Reduce the Surface Population Scrooge.
That guy.
It makes, I'm not saying it's exactly what he's doing, but you know what? It makes perfect sense. The guy's been screaming it forever.
I'm not going to say that he's not doing it.
I'm not going to say he's not doing it. You mean to tell me the man doesn't have the authority to be able to try and sway certain peoples, politicians? The money he's got,
Yeah.
you can't buy anything? Get the hell out of here.
Come on.
He could buy whatever he wants to. And this is the perfect
And now
thing
he's
for
no
him.
longer attached to Microsoft.
Exactly. So he can do it and not worry about ruining the company that still continues to fund his life. Not that he needs
Everything.
because he
Right.
has more literal money than God.
Well,
No, I would argue because God doesn't have money. So technically, I have more money than
doesn't
God.
need it.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. That's a different
And money's
conversation.
fake anyway. So
That's a
what
different
about-
conversation altogether. Asking for Friend Jekyll. It's a song from some friends of mine. It was featured in a commercial for herpes medication. That's
Oh, God.
Oh, I'm gonna watch that after.
We're definitely going to watch that after.
Kamikaze Dota Slug on Twitter. Oregon is about to lock down again. I may
Again?
have to be smuggled out of the state.
You were supposed to leave the state
Yeah, you were supposed to have left.
and been gone.
And I understand that New Mexico is not any better, but you never go back.
You know what made me really happy?
What's that?
After I got out of the airport
Uh-huh.
and I got here to the hotel,
Yeah.
got behind the desk, didn't have a mask,
Nice.
didn't care. He's just hanging out. He was the best guy too. He was like, he's just hanging out outside. He sees me walk in, whatever. He walks in right behind me. He's like, what was the name for the reservation?
Nice.
I told him my name. He's like, oh yeah, 4 nights, huh? Yeah, okay, great. Just need your ID to prove that you're you.
Nice. See,
How did you already knew?
see, that's called Southern hospitality, my friend.
That's some good service.
That's-
Plus he didn't have a mask on. Ugh.
Which makes you really happy.
And they're serving breakfast. They're actually serving breakfast at the hotel.
Like legit breakfast?
Well, they can't do the hot stuff, but you can make waffles and you can do the cold stuff.
Ooh, I
Yeah, I know.
ever since that sign this afternoon, I've not stopped thinking about waffles. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
I'm not kidding. Me and the girlfriend may have to go get Waffle House tomorrow.
That'd be a good idea. I bet that'd be awesome.
I'm thinking about it because all I can think about is waffles now. I can't stop. It's so good.
It is very good.
Yeah, no, what you're experiencing down there is the same thing I got when I was in Georgia. Same thing.
That's
You
awesome.
go anywhere and everybody's like, whatever, dude. We don't care.
You do you, buddy.
Exactly, and that's how it should be. It's called freedom, y'all. We used to have it. Look it up.
there's a Denny's and a Waffle House right down the street. And I mean, like, I could walk there if I wanted. There's also a Hooters, a Chick-fil-A, a Pizza Hut. It's a place called Papa Heroes, like Gyro,
yeah.
Hero. Papa, I kind of want to go there. Is that like a Papa John's, but it's a Hero place?
It's a Euro place? That sounds pretty good.
It's a Euro place. I mean, come on.
Oh, apparently Slug's not in Portland. It doesn't matter. It's still Oregon.
You're still in Oregon.
Yeah,
Get out.
Don't go. No. Bad. No good,
Stop
very bad
it.
things. And asking for a friend Jack Hole is this apparently is his last trip to the Ozarks for a while. So he won't be able to do it. That's why he's not coming to this. It's kind of a final thing. It's okay.
I'm not going to be upset at you too much.
I'm not either. It wouldn't.
Yes, I am.
I wouldn't. It doesn't make a difference. It wouldn't help anything.
It wouldn't hurt anything.
No, it wouldn't.
Not. Frank's over there. We begged you not to go.
You didn't listen.
What are you doing?
Oh my goodness. It's true. It was a begging of sorts. It was like, you knew.
This is Defenders Live.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Now I'm just trying to think of So as we mentioned before in the last half hour, we are actually working on a get together. One might say.
Yeah, a gathering.
And the best part about said gathering is that this is what one might call civil disobedience or disrespect or
sure
something.
We can call it all of that.
We can call it all of that. We are for the 4th of July. We have decided that Steven and I are going to be barbecuing.
Yes.
We're going to have a barbecue. And we kind of want anybody and everybody who wants to show up to come out.
All the peoples?
Uh-huh. Well, I know that right now, the only details we have at present, it will be, I think, because the 4th of July didn't we come up with on Sunday? Isn't that what we said it was?
Yeah, it's a Sunday. The 4th of July is actually on a Sunday.
On a Sunday, yes. So actually will be for the 3rd, probably, because...
Yeah, we could do that.
I mean, or do we want to do it on Sunday? Like, it's just weird because a lot of people may have to go back to work. Screw it, let's do Sunday.
If we did it on Saturday, we could do it on Saturday, but...
Let's do Sunday because it is 4th of July. We'll do it on Sunday. Sunday, the 4th of July, 2021. Steven
we could do it during the day because at least then people could be like, oh, yeah, whatever, and then hang around until late night. And
and if anybody wants to leave, they can, but, we'll, shoot off of fireworks and do stuff fun. But, the only details we have is we know that's going to be on the actual 4th of July of 2021, and it will be in the greater Raleigh-Durham area.
Somewhere.
The rest of that, we're ironing out the details. Because we want to make sure that, we have room in case people want to show up. Of course, it's going to be funny. We're going to end up finding this giant plot of land is just going to be you and me out there, but that's fine.
I'm also good with this.
Yeah, I'm not upset either, but it's going to be one of those things. So if you're interested in coming, if you want to be a part of that, we'll be able to come on down. Basically, it was since the O'Bidens has decided try and say, oh, well, we're not going to be able to get together for 4th of July now, even though he swore up and down that if people got vaccinated, did all this stuff, that he could. And since he's acting more like a dictator and not a president, we're just kind of going to, say screw you and do our own thing.
Be done with it.
Yeah, exactly. So 4th of July, 2021, if you're going to be in the greater Raleigh-Durham area in North Carolina, if you want to be and come down, by all means you can. As like I said, the details will come. We'll give them to y'all as they come out. So
exactly.
There you go. There. Let's see here. The Washington Post.
Wapo.
Hold on. Is that the one I want to start with?
Is it?
Is it? Yeah. Yep. The Washington Post has discontinued its presidential fact-check database, which was launched during former President Donald Trump's tenure after only 100 days into Biden's term.
So they don't need it anymore.
No, because they got tired of constantly having to fact-check everything. Partly because they feel they don't feel they need to. It's Joe Biden. Joe Biden is
Whatever.
Joe Biden is the most honest president we've ever had. I mean, move over, Honest Abe.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? In a tweet thread Monday, fact-check editor Glenn Kelser announced that he and his team will continue to rigorously fact-check Biden. They will no longer maintain a database like they did under Trump. Isn't that a convenience?
Why not?
Because why should they? Kelser cited the overwhelming workload as the reason for the change, even while noting that monitoring Biden's statements have proven to be less work.
So if it's less work, then why is it overburdening you?
Mm-hmm. Quote, here's the Biden database, which we do not plan to extend beyond 100 days, Kelser tweeted. I have learned my lesson.
Okay.
I
Continue.
I don't know what that means. Quote, learn my lesson means that who knows what the next 4 years will bring. We have fact-checked Biden rigorously and will continue to do so. Trump at 500 claims of 100 days was manageable. 8,000 plus was not, he added.
I'm sorry, what?
8,000 plus.
So Trump was 500 claims in 100 days. Mm-hmm. So 5 claims a day, basically.
Basically. 8,000 in
100 day. That's 80 claims a day.
Uh-huh.
That they have to that they were having to fact. They're saying that it's not possible? I wonder
how big their team is.
Sorry,
though.
hold on. One a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah. You got something?
Donald Trump was in front of the media more over his first 5 days than Joe Biden has been in front of the media in the past 10 years.
Okay.
And you're telling me that at a 100-day comparison, they've had to fact check 8,000 plus items for Joe Biden to 500 of Trump?
So here we go. Quote, maintaining the Trump database over 4 years required about 400 additional 8-hour days over 4 years beyond our regular jobs for 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
Biden is off to a relatively slow start, but who knows what will happen. We will keep doing fact checks, just not a database.
Okay, all right, hold on. So is he, okay, maybe this is what he's saying. He's saying 500 claims in 100 days, but over the course of 4 years, he built up a system of over 8,000 plus for Trump. I guess. Is that what he's saying?
I don't know.
Is that what he's saying?
I don't understand it myself because going back to
it in the database, you don't have to keep it up after. Like you just throw it in there. There's no extra work. It's just like an extra click.
Yeah, that's what I don't understand either. Like because he says Trump at 500 claims in 100 days was manageable. 8,000 plus was not.
That to me would sound like you're comparing Trump to Biden.
And if you are, that also sounds like Trump had way less than Biden. So why are you saying that he's relatively slow?
And if you are saying that he's relatively slow and you're not trying to compare Biden to Trump, but you're saying that Trump stuff it equaled out to about 8,000 over the course of 4 years.
Or no, 8,000 is in the past 100 days. It would have been 8,000 in the past 100 days.
It would have had to been, right?
Yeah, that's the way I'm reading it. This is one of the reasons why I hate stories like this. Because I feel really stupid because I know it's staring me at the face and it doesn't make sense. Because
the only way that this makes sense, honestly, the only way that this makes sense is he's saying that he has to manage 8,000 plus claims from Trump in a database, and he doesn't want to do the same thing with Biden.
No, because again, the quote is starting from the beginning of the sentence. Trump at 500 claims in 100 days was manageable. 8,000 plus was not. So he said Trump had 500 claims in 100 days.
And then he added 8,000 plus was not.
Was not.
Which, if you read that just straight,
sounds
or
like
if you listen
to
to
me
it just straight, it sounds like 8,000 in 100 days.
Yeah, but the 8,000 would be under Biden.
But that wouldn't make any sense unless
I agree. This is why I feel stupid.
If you're talking about every claim that's been made by the entire Obama administration or the Biden administration or whatever you're calling it, the Biden administration's claims, because Biden didn't make them.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't speak to the media mainly because he can't.
I don't know. This doesn't make sense. Commenters on Twitter couldn't help but point out the fact that the Post's blatant double standards. Several noted how rich it is that the left-leaning media organization found time and energy to fact-check Trump's every single statement during all 4 years of his presidency, but are now throwing in the towel after only a few months of Biden.
That's right.
Let's see. One of the tweets says the Biden presidency is over. Rest easy. Media critic Stephen L. Miller quipped. Continuing on, quote, what an incredible 100 days of presidency. Another one said, come on, man, go ahead and enjoy your 4-year vacation. Thanks for confirming your bias. Another one says 4-year vacation because blue team. Hooray standards, another Twitter user joked. If they didn't come in double, how would y'all operate?
That's right. Double standards. Get you.
Exactly. Buy one, get one free. One commenter noted that there is no such database, or that no such database was in operation under former Democratic President Barack Obama. So Kelser should have been rested.
Well rested.
He should have been. Quote, I would have thought that 8 prostate years before Trump would have left you sufficiently rested. That's awesome. In 100 days analysis of Biden, Kelser assessed that the newest president made 67 false or misleading statements in comparison to Trump's 511.
Okay, so yeah, it has to be that he's saying that there's over 8,000 claims in his database right now.
Yeah, maybe. Or that they're saying
but he can't maintain them, which I don't understand what he means by maintain, because once you throw it in the database, it's just in there. If you're trying to search for something, it shouldn't be that hard unless you are terrible at maintaining a database.
Yeah. He noted, however, that quote, Biden's relatively limited number of falsehoods is a function, at least in part, of the fact that his public appearances consist mostly of prepared text vetted by his staff. He devotes little time to social media in contrast to his Twitter-obsessed predecessor and rarely faces reporters or speaks off the cuff, end quote.
Because if he did, he would be mumbling.
And saying a lot of stuff that he's not
stupid.
Supposed to say.
Right. Joe, stick to the facts, Joe.
Yeah, exactly. The Post's decision to shut down its presidential database comes just days after Kelser was widely panned for an egregious fact check in South Carolina's Republican Senator Tim Scott family history. So the fact that he obviously is being hit for not having done it right in the first place has nothing to do with that.
No, what are you talking about? No. Come on. I mean, that's not a problem at all. I mean, It's not like, former presidents had their staff, out there doing stuff over the past couple of years now, and maybe, I don't know, but embezzling or anything like that.
No, why would they? No. Oblivion flickering over on Twitter. What he is really saying is that he doesn't want to leave a database of Biden's lies that the opposition can use against the Democratic Party. That's really the truth of it all. We don't want to have anything left on the interwebs that will be concrete proof that they can carry around forever. They don't want to do that. Why would you want to have that? Because then you can turn around and just, But not that it matters, though. Let's be honest. It doesn't
matter today anyway.
Has it mattered to this point yet?
I mean, you can point out anything. You could have full-on evidence of anything a Democrat does. And unless you can get literally 75% of the population to say something about it, nothing's going to happen.
And even that, I worry, is not going to be enough.
Probably not.
But
the Department of Justice on Tuesday announced charges filed against a former Obama White House advisor, Seth Andrew.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Because who doesn't want to have charges filed against them, especially under a
from
former
the
administration? Yeah, that if the DOJ comes knocking at your door.
It was for stealing $218,000 from his charter school he founded.
Well, they didn't need to have to spend that much in books as he thought they did.
Apparently not. According to prosecutors, Andrew used the funds to lower his interest rates on a luxury apartment in Manhattan. Prosecutors claim
I don't know
Andrew
why that's so funny, but it is.
It is very good, right? Prosecutors claim Andrew established School Network One, a series of New York City-based charter schools in 2005. He left the post in 2013 to work with the Obama administration Department of Education and later as a senior advisor of the Office of Educational Technologies at the White House.
Ooh, fancy.
Right. Between the spring of 2013 and January of 2017, Andrew allegedly received a paycheck from the School Network One. He left his post at the White House in November 2016 and ended his relationship with School Network One the following January.
Uh-oh.
Prosecutors claim Andrew pulled funds out of the two escrow accounts designed to be emptied only if School Network One dissolved. Despite that, prosecutors say Andrew closed 2 out of the 3 escrow accounts without any pre-authorization in March of 2019.
No. This guy's not very bright, is he?
No. When he cashed out the escrow accounts, he was provided with 2 checks, prosecutors say. One was for the amount of $71,881.23. The other was for $70,642.98.
Wow.
The checks were made out to 2 different charter schools. Andrew allegedly created a fraudulent business account at another bank where he deposited the checks days apart. According to the Justice Department, According to the Justice Department, Andrew was contemplating taking out a personal mortgage at the time he allegedly emptied the escrow accounts.
Allegedly.
The bank was offering special incentives and interest rates for keeping a particular amount in the account. The charter school funds allowed him to unlock those interest rates.
Wow. Good for him.
Yeah.
Good for him. I mean, not good for him now, but
not anymore.
It worked out good in the beginning, right?
Right. Well, quote, specifically, for every $250,000 on deposit, up to a total of $1 million, the new bank would lower the qualifying customer's mortgage interest rates by 0.125%. Thus, in total, if a qualified customer maintained $1 million or more in his or her funds in the bank, the customer would receive a 0.5% interest rate reduction on a mortgage.
0.5%.
0.5%.
I mean, I guess when you're talking about millions. That's
You have to be talking way a lot more. Like, come on.
No, but I'm saying when you at the least at the $1 million mark. I mean, because it says if a customer maintains $1 million or more in the funds.
No, in the bank. Yeah,
I know
their
that, but I'm
house,
saying
their mortgage.
I know
yeah.
that's what I'm saying. If you maintain like if it's $1 million, like a million, 0.5% on $1 million is a lot. At least it is to me. I you know.
So apparently, after he put in the money, his bank account was somewhere in the $1 million mark.
Good for him.
The stolen funds, prosecutors claim, made a drastic difference in interest rates. Without the more than $142,000 in stolen funds, Andrew's interest rate would have been 0.375% higher. Because of the funds, though, the former Obama official was able to obtain a $1.77 million loan at a 2.5% interest rate.
Well, okay. I wish I could get a $1.77 million loan at a 2.5% interest rate.
I don't want a loan like that. That would be terrible for me.
No. Do you know what we could do?
Yeah, I know. But
do you know what we could do?
We couldn't pay it back right now.
Well, not right now, but with
Exactly.
$1.7 million loan or,
Sure, we might be able to work it out.
we would have it set up to where we could very easily pay it back because that would set us up pretty.
It'd be pretty nice. Yeah, I can't disagree with you on that one.
Just saying. I ain't saying. I'm just saying.
There'd be a couple bought properties in a couple areas and things. Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't saying. I'm just saying.
Full-time PR staff.
Right. An actual intern or a paid person to do.
No. A paid manager.
I don't know about a manager because once you hit managerial status, then you're talking salaries.
No. I'm talking about I'm talking about that sort of manager. I'm talking about material. Like I'm talking
actually.
about. When I say manager, I'm talking about production. The guy that does the production.
Gotcha. And like we'll call him an engineer.
An engineer, a producer, video engineering.
There you go. Have a whole crew.
Yeah, we'd have a whole crew. No doubt.
Be nice. Anyway. So stealing money. Good for him.
Yep, he stole a whole bunch of money.
You moron.
Wire fraud charges, money laundering, making false statements to financial institutions. And they don't know if his wife is going to be included in the charges or not.
Watch her not have a clue about any of this stuff and be like, "You son of a bitch."
Well, if she doesn't, then she's all good.
Well, yeah, but can you imagine if she does? Like,
oh yeah.
I mean, it's one of those I doubt that if she really isn't, it'll be a temporary thing. They'll be like, "Oh, we checked her out. Okay, she's fine." But
no problems there.
I don't know. That's what a moron.
Yep.
Why? Never mind.
What a maroon.
What a douche. What a douche.
What a douche.
Speaking of money and stuff and things and stuff, Kamala Harris.
Going anywhere.
Huh?
Going everywhere and anywhere.
Everywhere and anywhere. All that good stuff. The VP was having a meeting with Guatemalan President Alejandro Giammattei. I'm sticking with it.
Okay.
Yeah, they were having a meeting.
All right.
Who was put in charge of handling the Biden's administration's immigration crisis last month, had pledged $310 million in aid to the Golden Triangle of Central American countries in order to address the, quote, root causes, quote, of illegal immigration over the United States southern border.
I'm sorry, wait, what?
Yeah. They're apparently giving $310 million to the Golden Triangle of Central America, which is a certain number of kind of countries and everything, in order to address the root causes of illegal immigration into the United States. So they're going to go into these deprived countries and they're going to pay them so they can find out why in the hell their people want to come to America. I could tell you, I wasn't. No. You want to keep guessing? You can, but I could tell you why. It's very simple.
I mean, money.
Kind of. You're close. You're close.
Free money.
You're still dancing around it. Dancing around it. You're there, but you're not. I'm
on the fence, if you will.
Yeah, you're kind of saying the same thing. It's but yeah.
Different money. Okay, same thing, different words. Okay.
Basically.
Mm-hmm. So what do you think?
It does involve money. Well, it's very simple. The reason why the people in the Golden Triangle of Central America and these countries, the reason why all these people are migrating to the United States is because of the fact that $310 million that's going to those countries will never, ever, 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 never, ever, never, ever, never, ever make it to the citizens of those countries. That $310 million.
So you mean the government is terrible?
Yes. They're going to take that money, and it's going to be distributed to the rest of the governments.
Between the top people in the government.
Of those governments.
And nobody is ever going to see anything of it.
Exactly. And therefore, they will continue to have their people remain in constant state of perpetual poverty. And then they will then, in turn, be convinced, well, if I just make it to America because, Biden will let us in, the Democrats will let us in, look at all this free stuff that they're going to give to us. They're letting people in regardless. It's going to be great. Let us in. And that's why. Period. I don't care what anybody wants to say. You're never going to prove me wrong on this.
No, I completely agree with you. I don't even want to. I'm not going to argue with you on that one because there's no argument there.
Yeah, there isn't. The money, Harris's office said, would go to solve the issue of, quote, food insecurity, end quote, that the administration claims is an instrumental in driving immigrants from Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras to join migrant caravans that travel together through Mexico to the American border. Members of these migrant caravans often try to seek asylum, which triggers involvement from the United States Customs and Border Protection Agency, which must process each asylum seeker and assign them an immigration court hearing date.
You know, it might be one of those things where they call and they know that if they claim asylum, they can be let go and let into America.
Yeah. And they're letting them in anyway. That's the problem, is they're painting it to be, it's asylum seekers. Because they know that's going to be the hook.
Oh, yeah.
Because if they actually show up at the American border and saying, hey, we have no life, no money, no nothing. Can we come in and enjoy some of those spoils of all that? They're going to say no because you don't have proper documentation. But if you come in here and claim that you're an asylum seeker, you claim that you're in this dire situation that nobody can prove. Do you think the governments of these countries are going to complain that their people are leaving?
No, not at all.
Because again, they're getting paid to literally go, we'll figure it out. And as they sit and line people up and convince them, get out, go on. America will handle it.
They'll take care of it. They're giving us money to tell you to leave.
Yeah. Because You're asking the Fox to investigate how the house got robbed.
That's what's the funniest thing. You give a lot of money, or you give a lot of power to a person who's literally spent their entire life crawling on her knees for power. And then you say, okay, we're going to give you a task, and your task is going to be to figure out why and to fix the situation of the border.
Yeah.
And her big idea, is to blow a bunch of money.
Yeah. Because everything that you just described fits her to a T.
Yeah, she really likes to blow things.
Yeah. I mean, it's how she got to where she's at. So one might call her an expert at this point.
Right. She's very good at it, apparently.
Mm-hmm. It's almost like a skill.
Mm-hmm. Learned skill. Learned skill.
Years of honing her abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind. I was going to keep going. I'm not going to keep going.
Saved by the bell.
B from the SAV over on Twitter. Good evening, all. I'm here. Let's get this show on the road. Wait, what time is it?
Whoops.
Sorry. Nights Husseini also follow. How much would 80 pounds of tannerite cost for the 4th of July? Like, just saying.
I don't know. Not much.
I like it. I like the idea, though. I like the idea. Oh, you know what else I like is American Pride Roasters coffee. Go to AmericanPrideRoasters.com. That is AmericanPrideRoasters.com for historically great coffee. You want flavored coffee, the best flavoring of the beans anywhere, guaranteed to make you swallow anytime you put it in your mouth. Also got teas and chocolates, all kinds of other great stuff over there. AmericanPrideRoasters.com. Go to Mojo50.com. Tell them thank you for putting up with us and letting us be on the air. You can also listen to them live 24 hours, 7 days a week in Libertarian Talk Radio. Only place of it in the world. iHeartRadio, Mojo50 radio banner. Go to our website, DOAEshow.com. Follow us on all the social medias at DOAE Show. We will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye, y'all.